Hi, I'm Anonta Khan and I'm the founder of Tod Learn. This is my story. As far as I can remember, I have been working from the age of 19. Ever since then, I had the knack of identifying problems and coming up with quick solutions. And I think that's where this whole idea came from. When I became a mother, I had to actually stop my work and I had to stop my career to look after my daughter. As much as I loved doing it, I wasn't able to cope with it. In my head, I was thinking what to do next, how to go back to work and what to do with my own life. So then I started to apply for jobs. I just randomly started to apply, and then luckily I got a few offers, and one of them was as an early childhood educator. When I joined the school as a teacher for young children, I immediately identified some of the gaps in the education system, the whole processes, the teaching methods and the learning approaches that they use. And then after a year passed by, I reached out to some of the investors to help me build a platform to help young children get the basic education that they require. However, that idea failed and I was really heartbroken and disappointed. But that idea did not really disappear from my head, and I was not still able to sleep with the thought of it, that I had to do something about it. And then fast forward another year, this pandemic happened. I started to think about getting back to work. I started to think about this social problem and being in the education industry. I wanted to come up with a solution to this existing problem. This time round, I thought of doing it myself with no capital investment, with no help at all. I started with a very small office, not even an office. I actually started in a corner of my daughter's playroom where I designed all these worksheets and these activities, and I think that was the beginning of Tod Learn. There were a few struggles actually that came along the way. Number one was handling my daughter while going back to work, and being able to run my business was a fear that I had because of the pause that I had in my career. And the second struggle that I faced was capital investment. I did not really have a lot of money to start my business. During that time, I was not really in the headspace to reach out to people for help. So I had to figure it all out by myself, and I'm really glad that I did. And the other struggle that I want to talk about is I had no idea how to reach out to people. I did not have a lot of money for advertisements and telling people that I exist or my service exists. So that was an issue for me to reach out to the right kind of people who I know would be interested to buy my service. And another struggle that I faced was how Tod Learn functions. So it was a very new idea when I started, and it still is. So when parents asked me about how it works, I think it was a bit difficult for me from my end, also from their end, to understand, to grasp the whole idea of how it functions. So we're basically a subscription-based service, which means that you pay a monthly fee and you get the service all throughout the month. In my case, I actually send out weekly boxes. So all the parents didn't quite understand why they're paying first and getting the service later. I think these were the few struggles that I faced. When we make play the foundation of early childhood learning, we are actually teaching the whole child. So I think that is the motto of Tod Learn. We try to ensure that children as young as 2 years, 3 years, up to 8 years, to give them a platform to learn through play. By learning through play, I think they learn better, they learn faster, and I think it sticks in their head for the rest of their life, and we call it lifelong learning. আমরা খুবই সিম্পল একটা কারিকুলাম ফলো করি, which is called a cross curriculum approach, and এখানে আমরা incorporate করি math, number, reasoning, language, literacy, science, arts and crafts. আমরা যে ধরনের materials গুলো use করি, they are very vibrant, they are very colorful, and I think it attracts children a lot. যার কারণে দেখা যায় যখন আমাদের একটা বক্স বাচ্চারা পায়, they get super excited to open the boxes, and আমরা যেই ধরনের content দেই in each of the boxes, the children I think are able to relate to it a lot more. It is not in the form of formal education. আমরা খুবই playfully জিনিসগুলো prepare করি. For example, we use their favorite characters. We have weekly themes যেখানে আমরা last few weeks আমরা we did a week with fruits and vegetables. ওইটা থ্রু থেকে আমরা অ্যালফাবেটস শিখিয়েছি, যে ফর এক্সাম্পল V ফর ভেজিটেবলস অর B ফর ব্যানানা, ব্যানানা কীভাবে স্পেল আউট করতে হয়, ওইটা দিয়ে আমরা একটা পাজল করেছি যে পেপার দিয়ে কীভাবে একটা ব্যানানা বানাতে হয় ইউজিং অ্যালফাবেটস। সো তাতে হচ্ছে কি, ওরা ওদের ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ লিটারেসি বলেন, নাম্বারস বলেন, they are understanding what they are supposed to understand according to their age, and that is the key যে আমরা age appropriate materials use করি for these young children, and the whole system হলো we are learning through play, and I think এটাতে প্যারেন্টসরাও অনেক স্যাটিসফাইড থাকে যে বাচ্চারা they are not learning through devices. একটা ফুললি এডুকেশনাল একটা সিস্টেমের থ্রু থেকে বাচ্চাকে এনগেজ রাখা, বাচ্চাকে লার্নিং মেটেরিয়ালস দিয়ে একটা এন্ড গোল রিচ করা, I think that is the whole point of our service. My vision was to create a foundation that most people of our community can afford, and I also wanted to introduce a learning approach to help these young children, and that is unparalleled. As a mother myself, I have had first-hand experience in the importance of early childhood learning, and I think that this particular field is extremely rewarding and impactful, and it truly can make a difference in young lives. Bangladesh jeta dekha jay seta holo, it becomes quite a hassle to enroll children to schools. Even a 3-year-old, even a 4-year-old, they have to go through a proper interview session and admissions and everything, and expense though is a whole new topic for parents, because if you want to put your child to a good school যেখানে কিনা ভালো ক্যারিকুলাম ফলো করছে, যেখানে আপনি স্যাটিসফাইড যে ওদের লার্নিং মেথড, ওদের টিচার্স সব কিছু যেরকম একটা প্রপার ওয়েতে ফলো করে যে স্কুলসগুলো কাজ করে আমাদের দেশে, they actually happen to be quite expensive. So what I want to do is I want to make this basic right to education for young children much more affordable and much more available, যে একটা 2 বছরের বাচ্চার যাতে ফর্মাল এডুকেশনের জন্য that child does not have to go through any screening, that child does not have to give any kind of tests. He or she is just 2 years old, and we just have to be able to help these children. So amar jeta ichha in future holo je erokom ekta platform create kora যেখানে বাচ্চারা যদি 7 বছর পর্যন্ত ফর্মাল এডুকেশন না পায়, there is no problem, because at home you are able to prepare your child through our learning materials, through our service, যে একটা বাচ্চা 4 বছরে যেটা শেখার কথা একটা বাচ্চা যাতে ওই লেভেলটা রিচ করতে পারে উইদাউট অ্যাকচুয়ালি গোয়িং থ্রু দ্য হ্যাসেল অফ অ্যাডমিটিং আ 4-year-old টু আ প্রপার স্কুল। সো ফার্স্টেই আমি বলেছি দ্যাট আই ফেইলড, and I actually only just mentioned one of my failures. I have failed multiple times, and I've been disappointed and heartbroken many times, but one thing that I am truly glad about, I'm truly happy about, is that I got up and I tried again. So I just want to tell everyone that if you want to do something with your life, if you want to pursue something and it doesn't work out, don't give up hope. Believe in yourself and try again, and I think genuinely failing is just another step closer to that goal. So be your own cheerleader and your own support system, and I think you're good to go. Thank you so much, Daekhopedia, for covering my story.